Alright guys, this is a watch list video for Friday, July 14th. This equity curve, I try to show it every day. This is yesterday's. I have another green dot for today, but for some reason TradeStation, they have this application where you can generate your new equity curve every day, put it on a table like this. For some reason today I just got the little thinking blue dots going across all day long. It just wouldn't generate anything. So sometimes it happens. Maybe if I restarted my platform, it would have worked. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. There's just another green dot right about there. Had a decent day, not a huge day. But teamwork in chat again, fantastic. You can see the SPY, a pretty narrow day today, but sitting kind of very close actually to all-time highs. So I'm just gonna go right into the watch list for Friday. Barnes and Noble BNED just gapped up yesterday and slapped again today. We might have a recipe here. You can kind of see a big head and shoulders there-ish. We might have a recipe for a nice snapback rally down here. So I like this kind of setup. Usually, especially if we get an early morning sell-off in this one, I'll be looking for a reversal. But there's any number of ways that we look to trade these. And that's just one. But anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on it. It's a good potential just bounce candidate. Remember, I'm a day trader. I do not hold overnight. So ANF, 3 days down, and then today just a narrow range. There's just not a lot of money pouring into this thing as far as trading goes, but a nice narrow range right at the hold $9, I should say. I don't know. A lot of times you see what you used to see would be like a V bottom, and then this thing would tail back up. I haven't seen that much lately, but I still think it's a good potential long for a day trade. Macy's would be an example. Macy's just got decimated, and then two sideways days, then gaps up today. So these reversal plays, bounce plays, aren't really making it easy for me as a day trader. Let's see, I already did that one. NVGS, just a big pop today. I don't have any kind of setup in it other than I want to watch it. That's a really nice volume spike and a really huge run today. Closing off of its highs, maybe we get a red to green in it tomorrow. BONT, massive move there. Look at that. From 31 cents all the way up to almost $1. That is worth watching for the next several days. ANY, man, Michael HA in chat. I should have it in front of me and I don't. I want to say he called this just as it crossed through 4, like 410, 415 today for a swing. And it went up through 520 like in 15 minutes. And I said, hey, if I'd have taken that with you, my swing would be over. But that was a great alert. And just had a reverse split, I think. I don't want to misspeak, but I'm pretty sure this had a recent reverse split. Oh, yeah, it's right here. 1 for 25. And with this nice rebound, I definitely think it's worth watching for a crazy move. Although you could argue it already made a crazy move today. I definitely want to have that one on watch. XGTI gapped up today, sold off, then closed right about where it opened after all trading all day. Nice volume spike, though, so it might get some attention. It's interesting over 205, I guess. You have Catalyst just above at 210, 214, and then maybe up over this high of 230. The volume, again, might get it some attention. I'm not in love with this one, though. It's kind of a terrible trader, so it goes on watch, but I doubt I'll trade it. U.S. Steel and the other steels, as a matter of fact, had a nice volume spike today. President Trump said something about doing something with steel to combat steel dumping. And then these all got a pop. So there may be a follow-through day in them tomorrow. I'm just going to watch US Steel. I won't watch all of them. PTX, nice pop today. A little bit of extended volume for this stock. Very thin stock. I mean, yesterday traded 84,000 shares. So today 440,000. Rarely has a big volume day. But anyway, I think it's worth having on watch. BLFS is extended already to me, closing at 337. Then had after hours news and it's trading, I don't know, 368 right now, something like that. So gapping up. You know what? Sometimes the strong get stronger. I'm going to watch it for potential gap play tomorrow. Also not in love with that one, but CEI been trailing along here and getting these volume spikes. 2-day flag, another volume spike. Again, I don't trade under $1 stocks very often, but this one, and I don't have a trigger price, maybe over today's high, over 36 cents. This one could maybe get some legs. The volume coming in lately and the way it's holding up means it might just rip one of these days. So I'm going to watch CEI. RTK also had a big spike here, came all the way back down, and then another little mini spike today. I like it over today's high, over 58 cents. It might challenge this high. So I'm going to put 59 cents in my notes. I don't live and die by that number, but that's just one potential catalyst. Ross Stores, ROST. This was, I almost put it on Bounce Watch today because it's beaten up. And then today, it's not a great trader. As a matter of fact, when it looked like this, I told everybody in the chat room that ROST is interesting to me as a high of day break, low of day stop trade. It looked just like this when I said it. It wasn't on the watch list or anything, but my reasoning was it just flushed below the whole number 54 and reversed right back up and then got right back up to the highs. That's one reason, okay? And I'll show you what it did. Look at this. Did nothing all day and then ripped at the end of the day. So I was celebrating. I said my thesis was right. I didn't make a penny from it, but my thesis was right. And the reason was, for one, I already knew this one, and I found it yesterday in my bounce play scans. I knew it was overdone to the downside. And then couple that, and I'll go to 5-minute candles here. Couple that daily chart. Let me go back to the daily real quick. So you've got this week daily chart. All these red days in a row. All right. And then couple that with TJ Maxx, which almost always trades in step with Ross Stores, right? TJ Maxx had gapped up today and was strong. So I thought, hey, this ROST might just play catch up. And then I also said the same thing about Kohl's. They all kind of trade together, and Burlington Coat Factory. And they were all pretty strong. So that was my thesis was, hey guys, keep an eye on ROST. I didn't do anything with it, but it ended up having a late day rip. And you know what? After this retail, some of these retailers showing a nice pop today, and I showed you Macy's gapped up too. This one might have a nice follow-through day. So I actually like this a lot because of the other retailers are strong, and then you've got this nice volume spike today and a nice green candle. I actually like ROST a lot for a follow-through day tomorrow. XTNT had this really nice volume spike, couple days lower than today at Green Day. Kind of a tough trader, but I had a big trade in this one the other day, and it does have recent news, so I want to watch that one for a potential long. And then lastly, I've got APHB, which I've been watching. I'll have to zoom in so you can see it. Nice volume spike here, and really just flagging again. I like it over $1 tomorrow. All right, closed at whatever it was, 96 cents. Yesterday's high was $1.02. So if we can get through today's high, see this kind of trend line right here? A break of $1 tomorrow might just get this to rip and maybe challenge 120 and maybe get up into that gap. So a little bit of a weird list for me today, but as long as we concentrate on A+ setups, and that's what I made a joke in chat that really the hardest thing, actually one of our members the other day, I think it was Michael H.A., said the hardest thing for newer traders is to learn to sit on your hands. And I couldn't agree with that more. I've said that for years, that you have to learn to do nothing most of the time. And that's what I'm really good at. Newer traders always want to be in something. I'd rather be in cash. I'd rather be in cash and wait and to put my money to work when I get an A+ setup at an inflection point, so I can get a quick pop, sell some, tighten the stop on the rest, and then hopefully get what we call an accidental home run on the rest where it just keeps ripping, right, and scaling out along the way. I have a very good winning percentage by doing that. So it is my goal to bring people along and teach people to do nothing and lessen until you have an A+ setup. All right, it's not easy because we're human, but it's also kind of simple. I know it's a weird way to put it, but it's not easy, but it's simple once you learn what to do and you learn to break it down. And again, I'm really, really proud of my equity curve. I would put my equity curve up against some of the best traders in the world. I'm not saying I'm one of the best traders in the world, but I would put my equity curve up against them. A lot of the best traders in the world, that equity curve, if they have the same one, means a lot more money than mine does. Okay, but I'm very proud of the course we put together and the chat room, and everything we do is based on what we teach in the course. Everything I trade is based on what we teach in the course, and the result of that is my equity curve. And again, I'm very proud of it. Took me years and years to get there, so I deserve to be proud of it. One more comment. We're going to do a webinar a week from tonight, so I'll start to post links to it and all that coming up pretty soon. But we're going to do a webinar about becoming what it takes and how to get there to become a professional day trader. Because I've got to tell you, it's the best living I can imagine. And I don't mean because of the money, I mean because of the freedom. And we'll certainly talk a lot about that in the webinar a week from tonight. All right, so hoping to see you all there. There's no link yet, but keep an eye out for it. All right, have a good night.